Alright, let's take a look at this wall. We could just slap paint on this wall, but to really do a good job, let's take the time and learn how to fill the nail holes, smooth out the blemishes, and make a really smooth, nice finish. These here are your mud knives, spatula, scraper tool, mud pan. Pretty basic tools. This is your basic joint compound, plaster of Paris, and something that I like to use for smaller holes, ready patch. Let's take a look at this. Now these were bolt holes from a television mount. Much bigger than a nail hole. I'm going to scrape this open a bit with my scraper and see what we got. I'm going to scrape a bit to take off the loose particles. These are definitely larger holes. You know, I'm going to take a wet rag. I'm going to wet this down. I've got the wall board, the sheetrock underneath, and the paper backing of the sheetrock or drywall is loose and it's kind of peeling off. I'm going to wet that down, and I might use the back side of my scraper here to push that in to make sure that my hole is indented rather than having particles sticking out. Now these are little tricks that you can do that will really make a nice paint job and are often overlooked by the average homeowner. Let's take some of this Ready Patch. Ready Patch dries faster, is harder, doesn't crack, but it is a little harder to sand, so you wouldn't use it on big wide areas. So let's put one coat of Ready Patch here. Now it's not perfect, but that's going to dry as our first coat, and then we'll sand that down. Now this is what you call really getting to know your wall. These deep holes may take 3 or 4 hours to dry. Then we'll come back and sand over that and do a skim second coat on top. Okay, these mounting holes for the television are just about dry. I'm going to hit them with a little sandpaper. I'm going to go ahead and put the skim coat second coat topping. Make it nice and smooth and beautiful. All right, and we're going to wait for that to dry, do another light sanding, and she's ready to paint. Okay, these television mount holes, the first coat of plaster was dry. I sanded down lightly and put a second skim coat on top of joint compound. I let that set, sanded again, nice and smooth, and I went ahead and used a mini roller and put a water-based primer just over that whole area. So that's good. That is solid, that is smooth, it's invisible, and it's ready for paint.